Yeah, the age we're going into is, for lack of a better word, is a God age, a good people age. Yeah, darkness is going, evil people. Yeah, they're going down. Whether y'all want to believe it or not, that's where we are. But it's gonna take action from the same God-loving, God-fearing people that's called the light, that loves the light, that dealing with truth and righteousness. You know what I'm saying? That's where it is. So from there, learning self, I try to tell people about getting into the chakras. It works. It helps a lot as far as cleaning self. Yeah.
So do some research on your chakras, guys.
Yeah.
You can Google it. You know, what are the chakras? What do they represent? You know. So carry on.
The
Sorry.
7 chakras.
Yeah,
They say
seven
it's the 7
chakras,
chakras.
that's it.
They represent organs in the body leading towards heaven, how they call it, for lack of a better word. Again, you know what I'm saying? We know where we're going, out into the universe. You know what I'm saying? So it starts with the root, which is the reproductive organ.
Yep.
The phallus, the penis, the vagina, the entrance. You know what I'm saying? It's about cleaning that up. So a lot of this running around with these different partners, if you ain't on a certain level with those partners, as far as them accepting and knowing that that's what you want, it's first and foremost, you don't even want that much different energy in you.
That's right.
One way or the other. It's a socket and a plug. It's energy that gets transferred. You know what I'm saying? You move from there, then you're dealing with the stomach. The food, what are we putting into the stomach? Are we putting life food in there that's going to keep that engine going? You know what I'm saying? Or are we putting rubbish in there? Can no energy transfer through the rubbish? You come up through to the sacral, as far as the breath, that's the respiratory area. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with the air, the ether, what we're breathing in. And we don't just breathe in air, it's got life in it.
That's right, yeah.
There's life, we're breathing in life every single second of the day. Coming up to the heart chakra. How you feel about people and life and things, and are we just hating and
and
you know,
just
negative,
grudging and
and we don't love
bitter and
anyone,
unforgiving.
And, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we've got to let all that go, people. We really have, you know. As much as we say it hurts, and I know especially women, in fact not even especially women, men as well. Men have pain, men feel pain and don't know how to release pain sometimes. You know, women feel pain and they release pain in all different kind of ways.
Oh, we all
you
do
know
it off a certain program, you know what we see.
That's right.
When I'm feeling certain pain, I'm supposed to get angry and go beat up someone because I've seen that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Lash out on my partner.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm supposed to slap and lick down my woman.
Yeah.
Kick her in her belly and all these things.
Trying to find an outlet. Trying to find an outlet of the pain, and we need to just release it simply, you know. It's something that I myself on my own journey
We all
had to discover that it really is just as simple as you say it, just to let it go. You know, it's just like, okay, well that happened. You know, I'm not saying that we don't need.
You have to come to an understanding of that pain, though.
Right.
To let it go.
Exactly.
But it can't. We cannot make any decision when we're angry.
No. So you've got to allow the emotion to flow. You've got to let the emotion be. You
Get
know.
yourself to a balanced state.
That's right.
Start analyzing, why did this happen? You know what I'm saying? And we have to always take responsibility as well. No matter who
And
done
how,
what to us.
What was
we
our
always
part?
got to take that
right.
responsibility. That
What was
I
our
played a
part?
part in this as well,
Right,
one way or the
right.
other. Moving
it's
from
a
the
lot-
heart chakra, you come up to the throat.
Throat,
What
right.
we're doing now? What are we talking about? Are we sitting around talking about all type of rubbish, bull crap, shit that don't matter?
Yeah.
Are we sitting
Other
and
people's
elevating
business.
stuff, elevating ourselves with the voice, what we're doing? You know what I'm saying? What we're planning, what we want to do, where we want to go in life. What are the subjects we're talking about?
That's
You know what I'm saying? Am I
that's
singing
right.
all type of skin out, this and rare, that and rare? And like I was making the point about the DJs, y'all need to take some kind of responsibility. The radio presenter, the DJ, them, the artists, them.
Yeah, definitely.
For the age and the time we're living in, we don't need none of that
No,
negative
we
nothing
don't.
right now.
We don't.
We need to get people on that elevated level. They have to be hearing positive things.
Exactly.
Stuff that's teaching them something.
And this Nigger word, come on guys, come on, artists, singers, rappers. Can you find another word? I challenge you to find another word from nigger. Do you know? You're talking about your homie, you're talking about your brethren, you know, your bona fide or whatever. You could be even talking about your enemy, but you're referring to them as a skin color. Find another word.
And there's people want to make this excuse about, oh, there's Asian tribes, the niggers and such and such.
Yeah,
and
come on, man.
It's excuses.
Yeah.
The connotation that it's taking on now, where we've taken it from the slave master to now, it's negative.
It's always the root from
it's negative.
Yeah, from it came into our existence.
So
like
unless
that.
you're going to put a spin on it and show the positive in it, and not just say I'm saying the word, you know what I'm saying? It's deeper than that. It's about a certain, it's movement.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So show me in how you're living. It's crazy.
So right now, I feel like we're in a time of a wake up. Yeah, we're having a time where, right about now, everybody's eyes are being opened, whether they want to see it or not. You know, whether they want to believe it, whether they want to discuss it, whether they want to accept it. It's a time of awakening right now. There's a lot of things being revealed right before your eyes, and this is the genius of their programming on us. How blatantly they can put it in our face,
because they distract us,
and we will totally still be on their side, saying, nah, they're not going to do that. Why would they want to do that? Nah, come on.
Slowly but surely, and they're showing us. They're showing us now. They're coming out blatantly people,
and telling us what they're doing.
Blatantly, they want to vaccine the world. They want to put chips in us. They want to track every single soul on this planet. They want to get rid of the money. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, look at it like this.
Control our lives.
Look at it like this.
They're
your mobile phone.
Our lives now.
Your mobile phone controls your life. Most people in the world have a mobile phone,
it's
right?
the dependency.
Most children, I've spoken to a few teenagers, including my own, have said that their mobile is a necessity. They need it. And they're right, they do need it, because that's their smartness. It's on their phone. But imagine we as a people now, we do our banking on our phone, we do our emails, we text, we phone, we play games on our phone, we do our exercises on our phone, we have apps. Everything literally that we do is on our phone, even down to our shopping.
How did that come about?
How did it come about?
The same people that's supposed to be governing us for the better, they're the ones that's directing us towards those things because of what they're trying to do with society.
And that's why the chip will be easily implemented, because we're so used to having that convenience of the phone. We even swipe our phone now to pay for our shopping and our stuff. I don't personally, but you know, we're doing that stuff. So what's to say you're going to just have it in your hand? Why not? You don't have to remember to pick up your phone anymore. You don't have to remember to charge your phone anymore, do you? You know, you don't have to remember to upgrade your phone anymore. But imagine what kind of upgrade we're going to be getting then if we got chips.
Yeah.
No, imagine what will happen to the software that's in that chip, controlling what we're doing, knowing every move that we're doing. And I know some people are saying, Dee, but what's the problem if they're tracking you? You're not doing anything dodgy, this, that, and that. It's not about doing anything dodgy. It's about having that which you were born with, which is your birthright, is your freedom. It's your freedom to come and go and do as you please. Yeah. You know, that is our birthright.
As long as you're not causing harm or loss to anything or anyone.
Exactly.
No one has no right or more rights or power over you. No one or group of men. None.
No one should ever have that right.
That's what's being taken away from us slowly but surely. You cannot tell me that y'all can't see that. I don't care about the excuses y'all want to make about, oh, what's wrong with that? I'm not doing anything dodgy. Do we know? Have y'all looked into what these chips are?
Yeah.
Have you looked at how they're designed? Have you looked at what they might be putting in your body separately? You know what I'm saying? It's more than that. It's deeper than that. No one's supposed to be tracking us like that.
Not at all. Not at all.
No one. No one's supposed to have that much control over mankind.
Right. When I looked in the back of Facebook, you know, I saw a post, someone sent me a message saying that you can go in your Facebook and in the back office, you can find that Facebook, even when you haven't been on Facebook, even when you haven't been that Facebook has collected everything. My flights, my hotels, my car rentals, whatever I was doing was all in the back office of Facebook from 2018.
They've been telling us in the fine print, we can use your name for certain things, we can use your image for certain things, and we press allow. So these things can happen.
Exactly.
Look at all the fake news that we're seeing, people. Major news stations blatantly coming out showing us fake stuff.
With crisis actors.
With Christ, and we're just accepting it. We
Yeah.
hear that it's fake. And it's, look,
We still
do
accept it.
nothing.
Oh, it said it on the news, so it must be right. No, come on.
Governments,
Wake up, man.
It's been shown right blatantly in front of our faces. Governments are doing these things. You cannot be paying doctors money to do things that's unethical within the medical industry. It's not right. And we're hearing these things and we're just taking it. We're just taking it. And I know the bigger picture. One of it is going to be blatant. It will come to fruition where they will show a collection of all these bad things, so people don't fall for the hokey doke. Do not fall for the hokey. They're going to show you how all these governments have been doing all these evil, bad things all over the world, and you know what? We can't have that. We're going to need a one world government. They're walking us right into it, and with eyes would see.
And ears to ear, listen, take heed.
That's what we're calling on God's people. I don't care which religion you deal with. Let me debunk this religion thing.
Yes.
Just once.
Come on.
I don't have to get into the
most
detail.
high of
I don't have
high
to get into too much detail.
is that big.
So
Come on.
people, depending on which region of the world you live in, yeah, there's a certain culture, cultivating you, your mind, your brain. So you live in a certain region, you might be in the Middle East and in places, and you're dealing with Allah. You come more in the West, you be hearing about Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ, yep.
You're in the Caribbean, like where we grew up and everything, and we hear about, it's a lot of Rastafarian thing.
Haile Selassie.
You know what I'm saying? Depending on other places, you hear other names. Now, either there's that much goddamn God's people, or we've got it wrong. Yes? Listen to me. The people at the top of echelon of all these religions know the game that they're being playing on us for centuries. For centuries. They play these games on our brain. So I'm going to tell, the mind is very powerful. It's the powerfulest thing we got, this brain here. The mind is above it, totally different thing. But the brain is the most powerful thing we got.
Yeah,
And you got these left side and right side of the brain that we get indoctrinated. We got the now, right now, the frontal cortex that we deal with, that deals with the now. Then you got the subconscious, which is like the submarine. It goes under, so it goes deeper into the brain. These are the things that we've been indoctrinated with from birth.
That's right.
So you know, you could be driving a car and you're turning the steering wheel and you're beeping your horn, you're turning your light, putting your indicator on, because you've been doing that over a period of time. You've been programmed to do that, and you'll be having a conversation with somebody at the same time. That's in the present, but you're still doing those programming things. That's a lot of things that happen with our religions. So me growing up in a certain region or a certain area in the world, I'm gonna gravitate more to one of those religions that we've been getting indoctrinated
That's right.
with.
Yeah.
So
Totally.
the brain will show you, and this is how the Most High work. When the Most High is trying to get through to you, it will show you the stuff in images that you will understand and overstand. So I'll speak to a Muslim man, I'll speak to a Rastafarian, I'll speak to a Christian, and all these people can tell me about miraculous, super things that's happening, miracles when you compare it to what's going on and how we're living now. Miracles. And in these people mind, depending on which one of the religions, they will see that deity that they've been knowing
That's right.
as their savior.
Yeah.
How does that happen, people? The eyes, on a scientific level, let me go sub on you. On a scientific level, these eyes don't see nothing. These ears don't hear nothing. This nose don't smell anything. These eyes take in light, reflection of light from whatever images that the light's bouncing off of, goes into my eyes through the retina, the rest of it through the back of the brain, and there's a box around the back of the brain that tells my brain That's the image I'm seeing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same thing with the smell. The senses of the nose, they get that, they send it through to the nose. The brain then tells you that's what you're smelling.
Yeah.
Same thing with what we're hearing now with the voice. It's wave, it's frequency, vibration that comes to the eardrums, into the brain, and the brain then does it quick, interprets it and tells me that's what I'm hearing.
That's what you're hearing, that's right.
So it's the same thing with these religions, people, and that's what they know, and this is a trick they've been playing on us for years. That the images that they've been selling us and indoctrinating in us from time is what we're gonna be seeing. Now, if there's no image, what would you see?
Who would be your God?
Who would be your God? So, from all of my research, all of my studying, and how I've been living, because I've had to take it on, knowing is one thing. Putting all these things into action is another thing.
Is another thing, of course.
So living this
Applying
righteous
it to
way,
life,
people,
yeah.
I'm
You've got to
telling you,
apply it, yeah.
live in this righteous way. Study what our ancients studied back in the days. Religion was about studying the movements of the sun and the stars and the planets, astrological, and most of the biblical stuff is all astrological. It's all about the sun moving through the 12 constellations of the zodiac. Yeah, the kingdom means zodiac and all the rest of it. So studying nature, trees, animals, the insects,
Yeah.
the sun, the air, the moon, the rain, the clouds, looking into all these things on a certain level, people, I am telling you, when you do,
It's amazing.
you have no choice
Amazing.
but to give all praises to the Most High, Mother and Father of all creation. And then you
All
got to start
things.
living that way with everyone, everything and everyone. Do that, we'll have the change on this earth that we need. Right
And
now
just-
we're in a fight, and God people need to step up to the plate. Yeah? We need to step up to the plate. Get rid of all that rubbish. We can't be getting involved with all that rubbish and all them stupid conversations and all them things on the internet and all that. We need people raising a level now.
You need to raise the level up to that love energy first and foremost, and just forgiving and just being, real with yourself at first, and being real with others and just keeping it that way. Do you know what I mean? The love energy, I know, well, it's all mushy and stuff like that. And I know right now we're in a time where things are looking bleak and it's going to get worse. We know that it's going to get worse. We acknowledge that. However, when you have that love in your heart, it frees you
You don't
from...
see it?
Right.
You don't even see the chaos happening around you.
Take your word
You don't
right
see the
out
chaos
my
happening
mouth.
around you. You're just watching people running around acting stupid and you're laughing like, serious?
Yeah.
Them gone.
There's no fear because, love, with love, that you cannot be afraid. When you know that you're loved and you love, and you know what love is. Because a lot of people say, God is love. But we're love as well. We love our children, we love our parents, we love our aunts, our uncles, we love our animals. So we are love as well. And if we just embrace that for what it really is, it just is love. There are the fruits of love that demonstrate as a result of love, but they're not expectations. It just is that way.
Self-love is knowing that someone is playing a goddamn game on me and I'm not standing for that.
That's right.
Self-love is
That's right.
knowing I'm want to kill me and I'm going to defend
Then,
myself.
That's right. Self-love, self-preservation.
Our
Guys,
governments of the world do not mean us any good. And these people are just put there to give us a face. These are not the people that's running this world. The people that's running this world are the ones that's funding them. The faces that we're seeing are not the faces that's in charge of what the rubbish that's going on this planet now. And the only way, and I keep telling y'all, the only way it's gonna stop, the only way it's gonna come to an end, the only way this age that we're going into is gonna be for the ones that it's supposed to be, and not let it be controlled by these bloodlines, these beasts that's trying to take us into something else, because they know what's coming. They know about this spiritual upliftment that's happening on this planet right now. They know about the energy field, how high it is on the planet right now. They know about the ley lines and all these things. They know what's going on in people. They know the waking up is happening.
and that's why we've got to change the frequency from fear. No fear. Have no fear. You know, when you know who you are and whose you are, you won't have any fear. Fear is a very powerful energy, just like love. It's not as powerful as love, but it's very powerful, you know? Because
And anger.
and anger. So imagine you're angry about, you know, you're not being able to go to work or go to a club or go to that. That's energy that you're using up. Imagine you're frustrated, or, you know, you're bitter about something. That's energy. That's negative energy. And we create things in either one, positive or negative energy. We are creators. So we have to be careful when we're angry and we're frustrated or whatever, what it is we're thinking about, what it is we're speaking about, you know, what it is we're watching,
What is it we're gonna do?
what we're going to do. You know, definitely we have to be conscious of it, because right now in this time that we're, I don't know about you, and if you have, I'd love to see your comments below. If you've experienced that the moment you say something, it's happening. The moment you think something, it just comes, or someone just calls. I mean, like instantly, not like, oh, the other day I was thinking about Jim. It's like you're thinking about Jim now and Jim calls you in 10 minutes. Them kind of one.
There's a spiritual uprising happening, and all these things these people are doing is to block it, people.
Yeah, yeah.
Block us from
Yeah.
getting the spiritual
Yeah.
consciousness. The
Yeah.
sun.
You're getting your
We're
visions.
moving into a different age.
Right. Whole different
And
age.
learn your constellations. The real movement of the sun and the stars. You know what I'm saying? The moons, the planets. It's crazy, people. Crazy. We'll sit there, we'll talk about it for hours and hours and hours. But this is why most of your religion don't want us to look into the constellations. And they tell us this astrological thing is all rubbish. Not that stuff that they read on the radio and you see in the newspaper. Go study the real thing. And you can tie it in. The New Testament shows us. And
Yeah,
it
it's a
shows us the
story, isn't it?
cycle.
Yeah.
It shows us the
Yeah.
cycle.
Yeah.
The sun being birthed in Aries, going up,
Up into the-
rising,
yep.
and then it gets to July time when it's at its highest peak, and then it starts falling, and you come down into November and the months, and then it what Cupid
template, yep.
Cupid knock him with a bow and arrow on the scorpion, sting him, and he died down in December there. And like I spoke to you, we were speaking, and I was saying, yes, there's equipment. There's navigation equipment, high navigation equipment that can show where the sun dies on the 22nd.
Yeah, yeah.
And it stays there, it literally doesn't move, and no degree for 3 days. And then it starts rising again, which is your Christ. Your Jesus
Tell us
Christ,
a
your
bit more
son.
about that, the Iris, the Horus, and the 12 steps
It's
of
the
the
same
sun.
thing. It's the same thing.
right?
It's just
Where we
the-
get the time as well, 12 o'clock.
So the Jesus story
Yeah.
comes from that Greek story of Horus, Isis, and I forgot the other one, but it's the three triune God, which then comes from the original
Horus,
African
yeah.
story of Aset, Heru, and Osar.
Osara, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People say, look into these things, people. Look into these things. And you can see how much other cultures had the same savior that died on the 25th and was risen again.
Right.
Go look into these things. Horus, it was the Greek version of Isis, and Horus represents the movement of the sun. Horus
Right.
is the sun. Moving through
And the
constant movement
crown
through the 12.
on
moving
Christ,
through
yeah.
the 12 constellations.
That's right, yeah, go
The
on.
12 hours of the day. So Horus changed the H-O-U-R-S, H-U-O-R-S.
O-U-R-S,
And
yeah.
it's hours. And they just changed the word
Yeah,
around.
H-O-U-R-S
so Horus
is hours.
is the hours. So it's
That's
the 12
right.
hours of the day that we go to.
Yeah.
The 12-step program that we do.
And at school as well, they
School,
go through 12 grades.
program.
It's all part of it, all part of it. And even the crown as well. Remember, the crown is representative. The crown of that what
The
Christ
crown
was
of
on
thorns, yeah.
is the sun.
It's
The sun rays.
The sun rays literally
represents the rays.
Literally it's sitting
look
on
at-
the horizon.
That's right. Yeah.
It's the same as the sun walking on water.
Yeah.
Watch the sun. Go
On the
look at the
horizon,
sun
yeah,
in the morning
yeah,
on the
yeah,
river.
yeah.
You will see the
Is it
sun.
done?
It walks
Walk on water. It's
So
all
God's
metaphors.
son- so it's all
It's all
metaphoric.
metaphor, guys.
But
you know.
it's all trying to show us a story about how to live. So
That's right,
see how
yeah.
see how the sun lives in his righteousness, because he's the light,
Come on.
not Set. Set is
on.
the darkness.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So follow the light giver in any religion.
Yes.
Do as the light giver says.
Yes.
Don't start misinterpreting it with man's interpretation of things.
Yeah, that's right.
And with most of it, the metaphoric message, we need to just take. It's not real. You can't have something that came from something else and something else with different names and then tell me all these names existed. No. None of these people existed. In the King James Version, none of those people existed. There's no Star of David and none of that, da. And then that debunks a lot of other religion, the Abraham, and
look at it. Even in Genesis, there's 2 different versions of the 10 Commandments as well. If you look at that, 2 different versions.
Abraham is the beginning of all this religion thing.
Right, right.
His name was not Abraham; it was Abraham.
Right.
Ab.
A lot of mistranslations.
And Ram. It's crazy.
Ram representing the Aries, the Ram.
Yeah, where it was in the constellation
Which is
of
why
Aries.
Moses came down and broke the law. He was the first lawbreaker when he saw that they were worshipping the ram, because at that time they were going into what was it, Taurus? They were going into a new age, you know, and it wasn't about that. And that's what that story still is relevant to now.
When he's fed the multitude with the fish and the bread.
Yeah.
That was in the age of Pisces.
The 2 fishes. All metaphors. Look into it, guys. Do your research.
It's crazy. It's
you
deep,
know?
people.
And we're going into a new age now.
Let me warn people, it's going to be a shock.
Yeah.
Most of the truth, when it starts getting revealing, when it starts to reveal itself to you, it's going to be a shock to the brain, people. It's going to be a shock to how you're going to want to start acting and living and carrying and being. It's going to be a shock to people around you. You might lose a lot of them in the beginning, but you have to stay consistent with what you know, not what you believe. We're going past belief now. It's what we know. And you have to stay persistent with that. People will come around. People will come around, but it's for your enlightenment. Not for anyone else. It's for your enlightenment. So you got to take responsibility for yourself.
100%. And on that note, we're going to call this section of the Elevation Show to a close. It's been wonderful. It's always wonderful having a chat with.
People start gathering.
Yes.
Good people start gathering.
We need to.
People with knowledge of what's going on start gathering. It's going to get really deep if everything that's being shown to all these spiritual people and stuff that we've been getting and everybody else, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, people. We cannot sit down and let them change the world to the way they want to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's about control. Control. Not about money, not about your goal and none of that rubbish. It's about controlling the lives, the bloodline on earth.
100%. 100%. We're going to take it up there next time. Yeah, because there's so much to share, and you know, not only that, we do indeed definitely need to be finding our own platforms. We need to be sharing as much information as we can. We need to be doing as much research as we can, guys. We need to be actually going on our knees, whether you want to call it meditation, prayer, whatever, but find the time to go in your closet, shut the door and ask some questions of self. You will get answers if you listen, and if you listen carefully. That's why we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. It means we have to listen more than we speak, you know. So ask the questions and you will get the answers right now. Trust me, the answers are thrown thick and fast, because the time we're going into right now, the Most High wants us to know. The Most High wants to give us the opportunity to make that change. Do you know what I mean? So that when we go into this new age, it represents the creators of this real universe, the mother and father of all things, love, joy, peace, and unity, you know? So this is the time to go and meditate, go in prayer, you know?
The God within self. Can't fool nobody, people.
That's right.
There's a God within each and every single one of us that
And they talk
knows
every
what
day.
right is and what wrong is. We know what truth is and what lie is. I know when I'm doing something wrong. I don't need anyone to tell me.
You don't need no policeman, no lawyer, no judge or
I don't need to
nothing.
get baptized for that.
Yeah.
So it's about finding the God in you and start acting on that. We have to act on it, and you will see this universal energy open up.
100%, guys. 100%. This has been another section of the elevation show. This is what we're doing, elevating you to a place where you start to want to think for yourself. You know, you want to start to do research for yourself, where you want to start to know your own self. Because right now, the time that we're coming into right now, guys, if you don't know yourself and you don't know whose self you are, we're going to perish. Okay, it's as simple as that. I know it's harsh, I know it sounds kind of crazy, and it's like, what's Tricia on? But that's as real as it is. We will perish in this next wave. This one was easy. Yeah, they might have gotten it to a certain place, but you see the second wave, mark that, make a note, and go and do research on the second wave, or watch my page, Tricia O'Neill, on Facebook. You can check out the Elevation Show also on YouTube. Please like and subscribe and share. You can check out Dee Carbon's page at Dee Carbon /Body Messiah. Am I right there? And also oh, lovely, the lighting's better there, look at that. And also Instagram, you can find out about Dee Carbon as well. You find Dee Carbon, just Dee Carbon, isn't it? Look at me trying to get all technical. Yes, it's Dee Carbon at Instagram. Check it out, you can find out a lot more what's going on. Keep up to date with the videos. Anything that you see, any information that rings true with you, share it. Don't leave others in the dark. It's not time for dark night, it's time for light.
Get the health up, people. Keep your health up. Get your health up. It's not no big super mystery in how to eat. Earth foods.
Live food, eat to
Earth
live.
foods, food from the earth that's got the life in it, people.
That's right.
The iron, the fiber. Anything grown from the earth, from natural sunlight. Get it in.
100%. There you go. There you have it. Like, share, and subscribe. It's Tricia O'Neill, over and out. Bye for now. More love.